California, I always got in fights. That's like the main reason we moved out here is because I was just constantly fighting all the time. If I had a problem with someone, I didn't always win them by any means. I was probably 50-50 at best. I'm probably giving myself a little credit there, but yeah, I always felt when I fought, it was like a dream. Like I couldn't punch them. You know what I mean? That's how I always felt in fights. Like either I missed or the shots never. They landed more shots than I did. That's how I always felt. So I was like a freshman, and there was a guy who was a junior or senior, and he was like, this was like '94. I was really intimidated by this guy. He pulled a gun on me at a store, and my dad trained me then. That was like the only time my dad really trained me for like a few weeks, like every night. Showed me some stuff, and then one day got me in the car, wrapped my hands, got me in the car, dropped me off at the house. Said, "Hey, that guy, it's where John lives." And I went and knocked on the door. He's like, "Go up and ask for him and ask him if he wants to fight you." He's like, "Call him out." He's like, "He won't want to fight you, I guarantee you. And if he does, and I was just like, what? And my dad dropped me off and like went up the road. And I was just like, damn. So, my dad always, and I was scared of this guy, and I went and he didn't want to fight, and that was like when I first realized that like, I was always scared and stuff like that, but a lot of people I guess are scared to get fights, get hit in the face. I don't like to get hit in the face still. That's why I practice so much. Yeah, so I started wrestling like my junior year in high school. Was wrestled junior. I wasn't even eligible my senior year, so I didn't really do anything. So I pretty much wrestled 1 year. After I was done, wasn't going to college or anything. UFC was still new, in its infancy. And this is back in '99, and I heard there was a place, Jackson's Guy Jiu-Jitsu. I said I wanted to check it out, and Greg Jackson was like, "Oh, if you want to roll, go ahead and roll," and stuff like that. And I did like a takedown, and they armbarred me right away, and like cranked my arm pretty good. It was Thomas Schulte, and Greg was like, "Hey, he's a guest and stuff." But at that point, I was like hooked. So I just started going, but I was very kind of inconsistent. I had a kid right out of high school, started a family, got married at a young age, was working full time, and I just never was consistent enough with it. I was like, hey, I got to try this. Like after 9 years of training, so I'd always sparred because Greg's was coming up. The Ultimate Fighter was doing, and there was always guys in and out of there. So I'd always been sparring and everything like that. Like I never fought. So when I finally got in there, it was nerve-wracking, of course, but that's one thing about training down, with those guys and stuff. I've always had that in the back of my head that like who I've gone against, and I'm just kind of like, what am I not gonna, what haven't I seen really? Not to be cocky, but to kind of rest my mind and put it at ease, be like, okay, you gone with this guy, you gone with this guy. So my fight name's to train, and that's pretty much, I go, and I'm just, I'm trying to, I'm not trying to hurt you, but I'm trying to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not, like that's my intention. Like I'm going out there, like dude, you know what I'm saying? You're getting that? Yeah, you got to go out there. Like I'm very, very intense, very focused, very like I'm gonna run through you. I'm thinking everything, the worst possible things for me to like just want to not like you. I don't like talking to you before the fights. I don't like shaking your hands before the fights. I don't like any of that. We can do all that after the fight. But, and all my last 5 wins, they've all been knockouts. And only one's been out like inside the first minute, So, but I never run around and jump up on the cage or anything. And I'm always very respectful. I always bow after. I always, hug my opponent right after and stuff. And I say, like I said, it's like I want to hurt you, but I don't want to hurt you. I'm not like trying to end your career or, you know what I mean, or anything like that. But again, it's just to get in that like I don't care mindset. My body's mature. This is where you're like at your peak. So let's give it a run and see what happens with it. As far as sacrifice and stuff, it's a lot of time away from the family and stuff. Not seeing my little boy, do yaffle every night. Like every night I'm here. He has yaffle right now, just started and stuff, but I'm in here getting ready for a fight. And, so I don't see that stuff. I get to go to those games and stuff because they're on the weekends, but it would be nice to be there or to help coach like my dad coached. Can't sit behind, I just can't sit behind, I just can't be my 40-hour work week, go home, repeat, go home, I got to have something to, to tell and something like that, right?
Does this feel like this is what you were meant to do? Has anything else brought you this much happiness?
You know what? It's kind of funny because it's funny that you asked that because I don't, and that's where I feel like, it's like after my fights, it's kind of weird. Like I don't like to go party. I'm just kind of like, cool, man. Like I said, I don't run around, it's like, No, it's not everything. You know what I mean? I like actually to help people. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm ready to coach yet. Do you know what I'm saying? But I like helping people. I like helping fighters. You know, like Mateo, he's gonna have his first fight, and we just went like an extra, 15 minutes straight. You know what I mean? I like helping push people and helping people believe in themselves. It's not I don't think it's my calling. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's something else out there for me still, and I still, I don't know if it's helping people train. I don't know if it's, I don't know what it is, but I think it's in the arena of helping people and bringing people up. Good father would be someone who's always there for you, someone that's understanding, someone that's has your back regardless. Your protector, your provider. I think it's pretty much almost like your everything. I mean, because my dad, I think that's the way I am. The reason why I am,